Okay, I want to take a quick minute here to answer some questions I get quite often on my channel. Now, this isn't the same as the more comedic response I did earlier to some channel comments that I received. This is to answer some actual questions, because people do have actual questions that they get answered quite a bit that I get really tired of just writing the responses back to them. So I thought I'd address some of them here in the video. The first question is going to be these guns here. People question me all the time, like, why are those out? Don't you have kids? Aren't you worried they'll get into those? And they ask me all the time, what kind of gun are they? Well, they are a cheap little plastic pop gun that I bought for Halloween one time. When I was going into a place that didn't allow me to carry in Washington, so I bought these. Usually on Halloween I dress as a cowboy and I put my real guns in my holsters. We are an open carry state, so I can get away with it. But when I went to Washington, you couldn't carry into a bar, so I had to buy these pop guns. That's what they are, little orange tips and everything. They're plastic, so no, they're no danger to my kids. And no, you can't find out what kind they are and go buy them because they're not real guns, they're toys. Now another question is, where did I get the Marvin the Martian? Well, I used to work part-time for the Warner Brothers store just to get a discount on items because I'm a big animation collector. He was part of a display back when I worked for them, and I bought it after the display was gone. And they did sell the Maquettes in the bigger sizes too, but that's where he came from. I've had multiple different characters sitting over here over the course of my videos, if people notice. I had like, I've had Underdog, I've had Peg Leg Pete, but it seems like Marvin has really caught on. Had Superman there. Seems like Marvin is the one that caught on the most, so I kind of leave him in the videos now. So that's where he came from. People ask me why I have the Hula girls on the safe behind me. Well, the answer to that is I don't have Hula girls on the safe behind me. They are actually Hula guys. See, little Hula guys. But that's awfully sexist of you to assume that everything in a skirt is a woman. But no, these are little Hula men. Someone brought me those from Hawaii a long time ago. I don't remember who. I think it was Maggie, but I'm not real sure. Another question is, what do I do for a living? I get that quite a lot. Well, right now I am kind of a stay-at-home dad. We adopted 2 boys recently. When we did, we decided one of us needed to stay home. I had a bar and restaurant in Portland, Oregon at that time. I used to flip houses. Before that, I've been in everything from a school teacher to law enforcement. But at the time, I owned a bar and restaurant in Portland, so I sold the bar and I've stayed home for the last 1.5 years. And right now, the kids are getting to a stage where I think that they might be a little more independent here soon. So I'm starting to think about going back into work, go back to work. I got a couple different options, and I'm trying to decide what's best for me at this stage in my life. Am I too old to go back into law enforcement? Do I want to do something from home? But right now, I'm a stay-at-home dad, so that gives me time to make these videos and do other things. Another question is, do I ever shoot my guns? Because they say my guns always look so clean that I never shoot them. I shoot my guns quite a bit. I love to go shooting, try to go once a week, and especially now that my son is interested, I try to go at least once a week. The reason my guns look like they're brand new is because I believe in cleaning every gun perfectly before you put it back. I'm just anal about that. I had that drilled into me my whole life in the military and even before, that you don't put a gun back until it is perfectly clean. And that means running a cloth through the bore. If you can still see any residue on that cloth after you run it through the bore, it's not clean yet. You clean it some more. So that's just the way I am with a gun, so that's why my guns always look new. Another question is, why do I always buy stainless guns? Well, it's mainly because of that. If you have blued guns or guns with a finish on them and you clean them religiously, they tend to wear. You tend to see the signs of that. You can clean a stainless gun again and again and again and again and again, and you never see any wear. Also, they're easier to repair. If you get a ding or a scratch or a nick, it's easier to fix it. You don't have to refinish them afterwards. You just straight clean them up, treat them, they're ready to go. Another question I get, if you can't tell, I'm looking at a list down here, is do I have law enforcement military experience? Yes, I do. I do come from a military family also. I don't really get into depth about that because I don't like getting into pissing matches about people. And plus, I don't like when people use their past experience as military or law enforcement when they try to sell something online. Not sell something, but to promote an idea online like I do with the Second Amendment. Because, one, I found that people with law enforcement and military experiences are usually some of the worst people to talk to about guns. And 2, I think your message should be able to stand on its own. You shouldn't have to appeal to authority. You shouldn't have to say something that is a weak argument and support it by, but I was a cop for 10 years. Because I really don't think you're helping your argument any. I think it hurts it. So I try to let my arguments stand on their own. I don't really go into my background too much about why I think them. You can rest assured that everything I think and everything I say is because of personal experience. And it's up to you to decide whether you think I'm right or not. I let the argument stand on its own. One final question I get a lot when I do these videos is, do I carry at all times, and do I carry while I'm making the videos? Well, generally, yes, I do. Like I say, right now I've got my Kimber Pro Raptor on me there, and it is cocked and locked with one in the chamber. I practice what I preach. I do carry a gun locked and loaded. So yes, I do carry most of the time. Do I carry it home? People ask, and I'm like, yes, I do, because once I get dressed, I put my holster on. Now, it has nothing to do with anything tactical. It has nothing to do with the idea that I think, well, I might have to face a home invasion and I got to be ready to go. It's just got to do with the fact that I'm lazy and I'm forgetful. So when I get up, I put my holster on, I put my weapon on. If I was a person who took that on and off as the day went on, like if I came in and out of the house, took it on and off, I'd end up outside without it because I would never remember to put it back on. And plus, I'm too lazy to want to be putting a holster on and off all day. Which is one of the reasons I love the Nate Square tactical holsters, because they just slip right in and you're ready to go. But that answers a few of the questions I get often. There's a lot more that I'll answer at another date, but I just want to get those ones out of the way right now.